Rob Kardashian and Blac Chyna welcomed their daughter Dream Kardashian into the world on November 10, 2016. Unfortunately for her, the relationship of her parents became publicly fractured soon after her arrival, and some of her parents' behaviors have got fans pretty worried about what it all might mean for Dream. Hostile homefront. Rob and Chyna have had a very contentious falling out, with many of their most toxic moments put out into the public sphere for all to see.
I get home and Chyna took the baby, took everything that we built for the nursery. So yeah, I am not feeling so good.
In July 2017, things spiraled out of control when Rob posted graphic, private pictures of Chyna all over Instagram and Twitter. Though the images were eventually removed, screen captures last forever. The posts were reportedly payback for Chyna showing off her hookup with other men, which is also a detail the world didn't need to know, and which could follow Dream around later in life.
And I'm looking at this and I'm like, how could somebody do this to me?
The bitter exchange also resulted in Rob accusing Chyna of abusing drugs, which is a saga in and of itself since she was previously arrested for public intoxication and felony possession of ecstasy on an airline flight. Chyna ultimately responded by posting her own tirade against Rob, accusing him of being mentally unwell and emotionally abusive, among other faults. That too has since been deleted, but the fact that these two have been so quick to commit their animosity to public memory shows that they're not thinking about when Dream will be old enough to look back and absorb the negative history surrounding her upbringing. Family feuding. As if it weren't enough that Rob Kardashian and Blac Chyna have bad blood, the family that surrounds them has also played a big part in the contention. Rob openly feuded with his sisters for being harsh to Chyna, even when he was still fully involved with her, and things have only gotten worse since their breakup. In addition to the legal action she has against Rob for posting those illicit images, she also filed lawsuits against other members of his family for the losses she sustained after the photo leak, which led to the cancellation of Rob and Chyna, and her paychecks from the E! Network. That meant Kris Jenner, Kim Kardashian, and Rob all got ensnared in this dreadful decision, and even though some aspects of the action have come to an end, chances are all their squabbles will continue for years to come. Despite all that, his sisters still don't seem to see his faults very clearly, so they're probably not going to be the force of change he needs to be a better role model going forward.
But it just sucks. Like, he's made out to this bad guy when she's taunting him.
Bitter birthright. Perhaps the most upsetting clump of mud that was slung between Rob Kardashian and Blac Chyna has been Rob's accusation that Dream was a baby born out of spite. In the midst of his viral rampage against Chyna, he wrote that she used his money for plastic surgery following the birth of their child and then left him, while suggesting that she only had a child with Rob to get back at her ex, Tyga.
I was just having a baby with a person that I cared about.
As if Rob and Chyna's public feud and family drama wasn't more than enough for baby Dream. Having her own father hint that she's a revenge baby is a pretty harsh suggestion for anyone to endure. Searing spotlight. Even without the constant negativity stemming from her parents' dislike for one another, Dream shares the same affliction of all her young cousins. She's being born into the spotlight, with very little chance of privacy. Even worse, she's already being used by her dad to sell some of his socks, with him using images of her online for a marketing opportunity for his company. And Dream isn't just being used to sell socks, she's also becoming a brand and a boost to her parents. A source told Radar Online that family members met to discuss the best way to market their own children, especially in light of Khloe and Kylie's pregnancies. Interestingly enough, though, Dream was allegedly excluded from the discussion because the sisters didn't want Chyna to benefit from such an effort. Meanwhile, a source told Us Weekly that Dream could appear in a potential reality show starring Chyna herself instead. If so, we can count on the details of her life to continue being documented in excruciating detail, which means she may never be able to escape the limelight. Thanks for watching. Click the Nicki Swift icon to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Plus, check out all this cool stuff we know you'll love too.